Listen to that music. Takes you back, doesn't it? A better time. Peak gaming. 2007 was an amazing year for gaming and brought us some of the best games of the 7th console generation. Literally, just look, in the span of a year, we got COD 4, Mario Galaxy, BioShock, Assassin's Creed, back when it was good. The list goes on. 2007 had bangers left and right, but this wasn't just another game release. This was Halo 3. This was a movement. It wasn't just gamers talking about it either, it was everyone. Halo 3 is probably my favorite game ever, and it takes me back to a really special time. I was 8 years old when Halo 3 dropped, which unfortunately means that I'm Unk status now. I'm 26, but I'm so glad that I was old enough to experience this game back in its prime. This was one of my first real experiences with online gaming. I guess I was playing MMOs and stuff like Club Penguin before and like Webkins, but this was my first real gaming experience. Now, I'm not here to convince anybody that this 18-year-old game is the GOAT, but it is. So if you disagree, you're wrong. I'm sorry. I'm just here to talk about why this game was so special. The hype for Halo 3 was monumental after how successful Halo 2 ended up being, with the final entry in the trilogy being one of the most anticipated games ever. Halo 3 generated $170 million on the first day, with over 1 million people playing on Xbox Live within 24 hours. This is also back when midnight releases were still a big thing, and I have this core memory where I was in the GameStop parking lot and there were these guys with a Hummer, and they had the back door of the Hummer open, and they had an Xbox 360, and Halo 2 was playing, and everyone was taking turns swapping off, and it was just such an experience. We need to bring back midnight releases, man. What awesome experience to have. And physical media disappearing is kind of taking that away from people. But that's a topic for another video. The whole ritual of waiting in line and sharing the excitement with others around you while finally being able to walk out that store with the game in your hands, it was just so special, and I miss that. Part of the reason this game was so special was because you weren't just playing it, you were a part of something huge. Peak Halo 3 was on top of the world, and its community was one of the biggest reasons that made this game feel so special. You had YouTube channels like Machinima, who had all sorts of different content creators like Rooster Teeth making Red vs. Blue, but I want to specifically shout out these two guys whose songs unironically had 8-year-old me in a chokehold. This guy, James at War, who made Blame Halo 3, was an Akon remix. I'm going to play a quick clip right now. And the other is from this channel, JT Music, aka Skullcruncher13, who made this Halo 3 rap. And I remember he also made one for COD World at War, but this Halo 3 rap was crazy when I was 8 years old. I'm going to play another clip for this one.
While I'm dominating all the lanes in Halo 3, the assault rifle is lame, the shotgun is insane, but I prefer the battle rifle while I'm fighting long range. You'll be minding your own business when your pal beat down.
I just looked and found out that these guys are still making music about games today, 13 years later, which is crazy. On top of that, I used to watch skits of a Master Chief action figure playing Halo 3 and getting trash talked by people online. I'm pretty sure the original video was called Master Chief Sucks at Halo.
Whoa, congratulations, dumbass. Yeah, really, everyone has that armor now.
There were so many memes that sparked from Halo 3 back in the day, and it was just amazing. There were even more ways that people would share things throughout the community, like the file shares on the game, where they're not active anymore, but people would be able to share their favorite maps and game types. And also somehow people found a way to put some crazy stuff on there, because I remember seeing a naked woman just like boobs out just on someone's Halo 3 file share on the game. I also had a bunch of these figures that I absolutely love from McFarlane Toys. I still have a few of my old ones, but I used to have so many more, and they were so awesome, and they just really bring me back. And speaking of collectibles, Halo 3 wasn't just a game, it was a brand. The amount of merch and collabs and special editions tied to this game was insane. You have the special edition Xbox 360 console, which is beautiful. There's the legendary edition of the game, which comes with a replica of Master Chief's helmet. You had collaborations with Mountain Dew, Burger King, NASCAR, It made Halo 3 less like a game and more like an event. Everywhere you looked, there was Halo. I never had the Halo 3 console, but I really wish I did, man. They are perfect. And it even ended up sparking more special edition consoles in the future. You had the Halo 4 console, the Halo Reach console, the Xbox One console. The skits and memes and merch really made the game feel special, but it was so much more than just that. The matchmaking was incredible. This was peak online multiplayer. You had social and ranked playlists, each with different game types. Ranked used experience points and a skill level to determine your rank. Normally, you get 1 XP for every win, or if you were super diesel on a regular basis, you could improve your skill rating, which in turn would level you up, which would unlock you new armors. Speaking of armors, Halo 3 had some of the coolest armors in the entire series. This is back when you seriously had to grind to get armor, so when you finally put it on, it was a flex. For example, to get the EOD armor, you had to beat the entire campaign on Legendary. To get security armor, you had to have at least 1,000 gamer score. To get recon, if you had recon back in the day, you were diesel. You were a god among men. Towards the end of the game's life cycle, I'm pretty sure they ended up just giving recon to everyone, but if you had it back in the day during Halo 3 Prime, you were him. You could only get it one of two ways. You either had to be specifically given the armor by a Bungie employee, or complete all of the Vidmaster challenges, which weren't easy. If you saw a dude with recon armor coming at you, you were cooked. Like, you were cooked. There was even a flaming recon helmet that only Bungie employees had, and I just remember every time I would see one of those in a game, it was so cool. If I had to pick a favorite armor, I'd probably say one of Rogue, Hayabusa, or Security. I know a lot of people didn't like Security, but I honestly really fucked with the Bug Eyes. Then you got the Elite armors, and while I thought these were really cool, no one really wore them. Honestly, I feel like the only time people were wearing Elite armors was when they were trying to be a little different. There were so many different ways that people played the game, too. You have power items that everybody fights for on the map, like camping in the energy sword room, or you had people playing like American Sniper with the snipers, Chris Kyle out here. You had people going beast mode with the Spartan lasers and the rocket launchers. Despite such a wide variety, most of the guns still felt relatively balanced, except maybe the pistol, which was egregiously nerfed from Halo 2 to Halo 3. This is something that I feel is really different from Halo today. I know I'm late, but I'm new to Halo Infinite, and I personally feel like some of the guns are significantly better than others. Like, some of these guns are so poop, and then some of them are insane. It just makes me think back when Halo 3 was in its prime, the game felt a lot more balanced. Also, the grenades are fucking insane in Halo Infinite. I don't know if that's just me. Now, an FPS is only as good as the maps you play on, and Halo 3 had some of the best maps in the entire series. You had iconic maps like Guardian, which is probably the goated Lone Wolves map. You had the Pit, which they literally remade 3 times on Halo Infinite. Valhalla, Foundry, which is like the map that sparked all of the custom games from Forge. You had Sandtrap, and everybody remembers trying to flip the elephant on Sandtrap, and when you finally did it, you got that message popping up on your screen. It was such a lovely touch from Bungie to really make you feel connected with everyone, the whole game. And while the maps were amazing, Forge took things to another level, where players could create whatever they wanted. Forge revolutionized the way for the community to share their ideas, allowing them to craft new ways to play the game. And this is what sparked probably my most beloved multiplayer gaming experiences ever: custom games. Custom games was where everything went down. The community-made game types were something else. You had Halo on Halo, Duck Hunt, Jenga, Fat Kid, Ice Cream, Trash Compactor, Michael Jackson. There was even Griffball, which got so popular it became an official game type. Honestly, if you didn't get to experience this back in the day, Prime Halo 3 custom games, I genuinely feel sorry for you because you missed out big time. I fear this was peak gaming. I'll never be able to recapture the feeling that Halo 3 custom games gave me. I made so many friends through these lobbies over the years. I made friends in other countries, thousands of miles away through playing this game. I used to have sleepovers with my friends and we'd play split screen and people would bring their Xboxes over and bring TVs over and we'd have LAN parties. I swear, man, if scientists ever develop a time machine, they need to take me back to 2007. Custom games defined my childhood, but like all good things, that golden age eventually faded. Back in January 2022, after 15 years, the Xbox 360 servers for Halo games were shut down, known as sunsetting. A truly heartbreaking moment for all of us OG gamers. However, servers have since been put back up through Halo 3 Sunrise. For those who don't know, Halo 3 Sunrise is a community project that brought back online play to the legacy version of the game. That means on Xbox 360. The lobbies work almost the exact same as they did all those years ago. You can still earn XP in matchmaking and you can earn achievements, but only people with modded Xbox 360s can host games. And anybody can join as long as you still have an Xbox Live membership. I'll leave all the info in the description with links and a walkthrough, whatever you need. But Halo 3 wasn't just about grinding matchmaking or messing around in custom games. The campaign was the epic conclusion of one of the best trilogies of all time. After Halo 2 ending on that cliffhanger, Halo 3 had to deliver. Fans were expecting something big. 10 missions of pure peak. Finish the fight. That was the motto that this game had set off with. One of the best parts about this campaign is that you don't have to do it alone. You could do it with up to 3 other friends. Take me back, man. 4-man legendary campaign in one night, staying up until 5 in the morning, drinking Mountain Dew and eating Doritos, getting my grimy ass, cheesy hands all over my controller. That was the life. I just have so many fond memories of all the times I've gone through this campaign, taking down the Scarabs, seeing the Flood for the first time, fighting hunters. Not to mention the final Warthog mission was the most intense thing that little 8-year-old me could possibly handle. It felt less like a mission and more like Bungie giving Halo 3 the perfect send-off. Halo 3 was more than just a game, it was an era. It shaped my childhood, my friendships, and my love for gaming. I played this game through elementary school, middle school, even high school, and I still play it today. I'm 26! I hope I never forget the memories that this game gave me. I love you, Halo 3. If you made it this far, drop a comment with your favorite Halo 3 memory. I would love to read them. And if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the sub button. It helps me out. I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm just getting started.